Your cat doesn't tell you with words. She doesn't jump with excitement, hug you, or ask you to come back if you leave. But that doesn't mean she doesn't love you. Cats love in their own way, silently, without fanfare, with gestures so subtle that many of them you don't even notice. Stay tuned, because today you'll discover 11 clear signs that show your cat loves you deeply. You just have to observe carefully. 1. Slow blinking, a look that says, "I trust you." There are gestures that speak louder than words. A cat doesn't need to meow or snuggle up all the time to say she loves you. Sometimes, she just looks at you, and blinks slowly. That gentle, slow blinking isn't a coincidence. It's one of the most powerful ways a cat expresses affection and trust. In feline language, this gesture is a way of saying, "I'm at peace with you." Ethology knows that when a cat blinks like this, it's relaxing its nervous system toward you. It doesn't feel the need to defend itself, it's not on alert. It's letting you into its world. And if you blink back, the bond is strengthened. You're not just caring for it, you're building a relationship based on respect and real connection. Many ignore this gesture. But those who recognize it discover a kind of silent, intimate, and profound love. 2. Gentle bites. A game only allowed with those she loves. You're sitting quietly, and suddenly, without warning, your cat approaches and gives you a small bite. It doesn't hurt. It's light, almost like a playful pinch. To some, this may seem strange. But in cat language, this is a sign of affection. In nature, mothers gently bite their kittens to stimulate, guide, or simply play. It's a gesture reserved for the closest members of the group. When a cat does this with you, she's saying, "I accept you as part of my inner circle." She's not afraid of you. She trusts you so much that she lets her guard down enough to initiate a game that, in her world, implies emotional closeness. From an ethological perspective, this behavior is part of the social repertoire learned during the socialization stage. And if a cat retains it with you into adulthood, it's because the relationship has transcended the simple bond between human and pet. It's not aggression. It's a caress with the teeth. A peculiar, but authentic, way of showing affection. 3. Sleeping on you or very close. A silent act of absolute trust. There are times when love isn't spoken, it simply rests on you. A cat sleeping on your lap, on your chest, or near you doesn't do so by chance. It does so because it trusts. Sleeping is one of the most vulnerable states for any animal. A cat only lets its guard down when it feels the environment is completely safe. If it chooses you as its resting place, it means it has carefully assessed you, and approved of you. From ethology, we know that cats, even domestic ones, retain a strong need to monitor their environment to avoid threats. Therefore, when one curls up with you to sleep, it is saying, "There is no danger here. I am safe with you." Even if it sleeps a short distance away, but in the same room or where it can see you, it is still a gesture of attachment. He needs to know you're there. He doesn't need words or exaggerated gestures. He just needs your presence. And when he falls asleep on you, he's telling you the deepest thing he can tell you, "I belong to you." 4. Licking your skin or hair. The silent care that feels like a part of you. There is something deeply moving about that moment when a cat silently approaches and begins to lick your hand, your arm, or even your hair. It doesn't do it out of play or curiosity. It does it because it feels you are part of its most intimate group. In the feline world, mutual grooming is one of the clearest ways to show affection and belonging. Among cats, they only lick each other when there is a strong bond. It's not just any gesture. It's a sign of care, protection, and trust. From an ethological perspective, this behavior is called allogrooming, and it serves a social function, strengthening the bonds between individuals who accept each other. If a cat licks you, it is saying with its silence, "I care for you. You are one of me." It is an intimate moment, one that many humans don't know how to interpret. But now you know. When your cat licks you, it's not playing. It's making you part of its world, and that's an act of true love. 5. Bringing you gifts. An ancient way of saying, I care for you. Sometimes, when you wake up, you find a toy next to the bed. Or you see your cat dragging a ball of paper, a sock, or even prey if it has access to the outdoors. It may seem like play or mischief, but it isn't. When a cat brings you things, it's doing so out of a deep instinct. In nature, cats share their prey with those they consider part of their group, their young, their companions, or those in need of protection. This behavior, known in ethology as prey offering, has a sense of social and emotional responsibility. The cat doesn't give you something because you need it, but because it cares for you. For it, you are part of its family. And it shows it with what it can offer. Even if it's just a piece of string, it's precious to him. And by giving it to you, he's telling you something very clear, but one that many overlook. This is mine. And since I love you, now it's yours too. 6. Kneading with their paws. A gesture inherited from the purest love. You're resting, and suddenly, your cat jumps on you and begins gently pressing with their front paws, as if they were kneading bread. They do this at a slow pace, their claws barely touching your clothes or skin. It doesn't seem to have a purpose, but it does. This behavior originates from kittenhood. Cats need their mother's belly to stimulate milk production, in a moment of absolute safety, warmth, and love. Kneading, then, becomes engraved in their memory as an act linked to well-being and protection. When they repeat it with you as adults, it's because they relive that same sensation. From an ethological perspective, it's interpreted as an expression of deep relaxation and emotional attachment. It's their way of saying, here I feel like I did when I was little, protected and loved. Many believe it's just a habit. But it's much more than that. Kneading you is one of the purest ways a cat can show love. 7. Following you around the house. The silent way of saying, I want to be with you. You open a door and there it is. You go to the bathroom, the kitchen, any room, and your cat follows you. It doesn't do so in an invasive or noisy way. It simply accompanies you, step by step, like a quiet shadow. For many, this gesture goes unnoticed. But in the feline world, it means much more than it seems. From an ethological perspective, following a human indicates a social bond and secure attachment. It's not about dependency or a need for constant attention. It's a conscious decision to be close to someone who gives it peace. A cat doesn't follow just anyone. It chooses you because with you it finds balance, security, and connection. In its silent language, it's its way of saying, your presence does me good. And even if she doesn't hug him or express it like a dog, that constant following reveals a relationship that goes beyond routine, it reveals genuine companionship. And in the heart of a cat, that's love. 8. Greeting you when you arrive home. The silent greeting of someone who misses you. You open the door and, without anyone having called, your cat appears. Maybe it doesn't run, meow loudly, or jump with excitement. But it's there. Waiting for you silently. Watching from the corner, from the hallway, or from its favorite spot. Many people believe that cats don't miss you. That they're independent, that they don't care whether you're there or not. But the reality is different. Ethology has proven that cats can form strong bonds with their humans, and they perfectly detect changes in routine. When you arrive after a few hours, or at the end of the day, your presence triggers a state of emotional alert in them. They want to know you're okay, and they want to let you know they've been waiting for you. They don't show it effusively. They do it with presence. With closeness. With that simple gesture of appearing, looking at you, and staying. Because for your cat, home isn't just where they live. It's where you are. 9. Showing you their belly. An act of absolute vulnerability. You're sitting, and suddenly your cat lies on their back, paws in the air, leaving their belly completely exposed. It may seem like a simple gesture of relaxation, but in reality, it's one of the deepest signs of trust. The abdomen is the most vulnerable part of a cat's body. It's where their vital organs are, and in nature, they would never show it to someone they don't completely trust. If they do this to you, they're lowering all their defenses. From a feline ethology perspective, this behavior is interpreted as an expression of extreme security. It doesn't necessarily mean they want to be petted. Some cats can't tolerate having their belly touched, but they do want you to know they're not afraid of you. It's their way of saying, "Here I am. No masks. I feel so good with you that I can stop protecting myself." That moment when your cat rolls over and shows you their belly, don't take it lightly. They're giving you something very rare in their world, their total vulnerability. And that is love, too. 10. Soft, exclusive meows. A conversation just for you. There are sounds that aren't meant for the world. They are soft meows, almost whispers, that your cat emits only when she's with you. They aren't cries of hunger or calls for attention. They are intimate sounds. Unique. What many don't know is that adult cats rarely meow to each other. It's a behavior they develop, above all, to communicate with humans. And when a cat creates specific meows with you, she's trying to establish a unique emotional relationship. In ethology, this is known as adaptive social vocalization, a way in which the cat personalizes her communication to interact with you effectively. Listen carefully. Not all meows are the same. Some are soft and short, as if trying to tell you, "I'm here, follow me," or simply, "I see you." If your cat speaks to you, don't ignore her. It's their way of creating an emotional bridge with you, of including you in their little universe of trust. Because there's more than just sound in that meow. There's intention, connection, and affection. 11. Rubbing against you. Marking you as part of their world. You approach, and your cat rubs against your legs. Sometimes with their head, other times with their entire body, or even with the base of their tail. It's an everyday, almost automatic gesture. But in feline language, this physical contact has a very special meaning. They're marking you as theirs. Cats have scent glands on various parts of their bodies: head, cheeks, flanks, base of the tail. When they rub against you, they deposit a small amount of pheromones on your skin. It's imperceptible to you, but to them, it's a chemical signature that says, "This human belongs to me." From an ethological perspective, this behavior is interpreted as a mixture of effective marking and territorial bonding. He doesn't do it out of dominance, but out of love and belonging. When your cat rubs against you, he's saying, "You're part of my group. You're part of my space. You're part of me." He doesn't need cuddles. That gentle touch is his way of cuddling you. And if you want to know what it really means when your cat rubs against you, don't miss the video we've included. What is your cat actually telling you when they rub against you? You'll be surprised by how much that gesture says, without words. Cats don't need to speak to express what they feel. Every gesture, no matter how small, can be a silent declaration of love. Now you know how to recognize those signs that might have previously gone unnoticed. Maybe they don't jump on you when you arrive, or follow you with their eyes all the time. But if you've seen even one of these behaviors, it's very likely your cat has already chosen you. We'd love to know. Which of these signs have you noticed in your cat? Are there any that particularly moved you? Leave us your experience in the comments. Your story may help others better understand their cats. And if you found this content useful, please consider subscribing. Here we speak the language of cats, and of the heart.